Let's make some Tweed squares, or as I like to call them, Tweedies. 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Give that a little whisk and set that to the side. 1/2 cup of softened butter and 2 egg yolks. Reserve the egg whites for later. 2/3 of a cup of granulated sugar. Get this mixed well. We need 1/2 cup of milk, and I prefer to use canned evaporated milk for this. First, I'm going to add 1/2 of my flour mixture, followed by the canned milk. Mix this again. Now I'll add the remainder of the flour mixture. Set this one to the side and get your egg whites reserved from earlier. Beat the 2 egg whites until soft peaks form. Add those egg whites to your cake batter and have them folded in with a silicone spatula. We need some grated chocolate in here. I usually use milk, but I'm going to go ahead and use semi-sweet this year. We're looking for 4 tablespoons of shaved chocolate. I usually just eyeball it. You want to see the little pieces of shaved chocolate throughout your cake base. Now this is ready to go into the bottom of your prepared 8 or 9 inch pan. Once you have that base into your pan, listen to your heart. If your heart asks for more chocolate on top, just listen to your heart. I always listen to my heart when it comes to the good stuff. When it comes to chocolate, my heart usually wants more. This is going into the oven at 350 degrees for 24 minutes. When this comes out of the oven, it has to fully cool. Middle layer of this square is icing. I think that's enough to tell you that this cookie is going to be so good. 1/3 of a cup of softened butter that I creamed with the mixer first. 1.5 cups of powdered icing sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 1 tablespoon of milk. And I'm going to mix this all together. My cake base is entirely uneven, so these are going to look far less than perfect. I'm okay with that. I just pop them into the fridge while I make the 3rd and final layer, which is 1 cup of melted chocolate. When I'm melting milk chocolate in the microwave, I always add a touch of coconut oil to help it thin and melt nicely. It took like 2 minutes or less to melt this chocolate, but I still like to put the cookie in the fridge in the meantime. I'm gonna be really gentle spreading the chocolate so you don't disturb the icing underneath. Fridge to fully set for at least 2 hours, up to overnight. When you're cutting with a chocolate on top, very, very sharp knife and very hot. Sometimes it still cracks. I run it under the hot water every single cut. I know you can store your cookies before the chocolate is fully set, but I've never done that. I've always just done it this way and hoped for the best. Yeah, so it's not working out very well. If my quality standards are implemented, most of these are going to fail, which means I'm going to have to eat most of them myself. There are 2 perfect cookies. That's it. At least I can get a cookbook picture out of that. I'll take the absolute worst one for my taste test, I suppose. Okay, there's 2 really bad ones. So I'm gonna have 2 of those right now. I dies for a Tweedie. You're caught on camera. She couldn't even wait. I told her, if you don't want to be on camera, you're going to have to wait for a taste, and it's her own fault. I'm putting the clip in. Fully sweet baby shitballs.